good.
5. The lines are locked. 4. Match day is near. 3. The picks are clear. 2. The picks are in. 1. Let the show begin. Game on. It's that time again. Game on. Kicks and picks is back again. Game on. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go. Game on. Game on. Game on. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go.
What's up, everyone? We are back, Kicks and Picks. We have a pretty packed episode here today because we have a Thursday match tomorrow with Scotty's boys, Liverpool, heading to the Emirates, Scott?
Yes, sir.
Right? Heading to the Emirates to face top of the table Arsenal, who had a great day today without even playing. And then we'll go over to Italy, big one there on the weekend, Scudetto implications, Inter and Napoli, and then plenty of other bets that we like for the weekend across Europe. So, boys, we had a great play of the day week last week, 5-2. We had some winners in the show that we gave out. Today wasn't our best day.
We had a great run coming into
We
today.
did. Yeah.
Really,
I had a feeling it
But
was
we
going
have to
that
own
way.
it. We have to own it. So
yeah.
When we were looking at the picks on Tuesday night, last night, there was so many in there. I was like, I don't feel great about any of these. Like, I'm just trying to like find ones that we thought were good value. And then when we were talking about the Tottenham one, I couldn't figure those odds out. You know, his Drano bet was plus 140, but you know, double chance was like minus 160. It's like, what's the deal with how wide those values are? And
and
it's just
Bournemouth
like
hadn't gotten a win in 11 matches.
Nope. And also Semenyo playing. We talked a little bit about at the top of the show, but like that makes no sense to me. Like that, for a club like Bournemouth to risk a 65 million pound transfer fee and because of an injury, and then maybe be lucky to recoup half that if you know he does get hurt in the summertime. I mean, that's crazy. But he played the full 90, scored the game-winning goal. So hey, I think we had a good read on it. We just didn't expect Semenyo to play, you know, when we were looking at the game on Tuesday night.
No.
Yeah, and once they drew level, I thought we were at least going to push that match. You know, they got the early goal, and I was like, oh, here we go. Like, we're good.
No,
and
we
Tottenham
had all the chances.
Yeah.
They, you know, VAR went against. Listen, right call. I mean, it didn't go against us, but you know, they were in the mix that whole game, and don't trust Tottenham, I guess, is the moral of the story.
No, and they might be getting a new manager now too. I mean, there's a lot of tis the season for manager movement, and maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. But I think Thomas Frank could be in some very hot water right now. We'll see if he's still managing the team, you know, the next time the Premier League comes around in 2 weekends.
And his old side, Brentford, right, up to 5th in the table with
Crazy.
their win today over Sunderland. So, interesting. Things getting very interesting in the Premier League.
Insane shift every single week. I mean, the top 4 has been consistent for about a month, but Brentford, Newcastle, United, Chelsea, Fulham is in the mix in the top half. Like after, I'm done fading Fulham. I guess I don't know. Like I think I'm done with Fulham. Period.
Fourth best team since October 1st or something like that.
It's wild,
unbelievable run that they're on now too. Just in quiet too. It didn't occur to me I didn't realize it until until Liverpool played them on the weekend that they've been behind just Aston Villa, Arsenal, and City since maybe it was November 1st in the league, which is just insane.
Things you don't expect.
For sure. I think the only it was nothing. I have nothing to add. Rough day, but
weird day. Actually, I mean, this will be a good segue because Arsenal's the home team here, but I think home teams in the Premier League this match week were undefeated. I think it was like 5 wins, 4 draws, or something like that, or maybe 4 wins, 5 draws. So really a match week for the home squads really showing up.
All right, and we've got one more left here in the midweek set of matches, and it's the big one. It's Liverpool traveling to Arsenal. Arsenal had a great day today without even playing, like I said. City drew against Brighton. Did not expect that one. Also, Villa drew 0-0. Did not expect that one. They've been an over team the last month and a half or so. 8 out of 9, I think it was, heading into this one. Goalless draw. So not a good day for them. It just widens the gap for Arsenal if they can get the job done tomorrow at home. They are pretty big favorites. minus 185 on the money line. Liverpool plus 475. The draw line is plus 330. The over is set at 2.5 at minus 135. The under plus 105. If you're looking at Liverpool, obviously there's value in the draw no bet at plus 350, and the double chance as well at plus 145. Both teams to score, minus 120 for the yes, minus 110 for the no. So, Scotty, we'll go to you first. I mean, Liverpool disappointed on the weekend. Only got one goal. Had to come from behind with that goal, and they couldn't hit the money line bet for us. Nick and I were on that at minus 105. And
2 goals.
Two goals. That's right. That's right. It was the 2-2. That's right.
Yeah, they got the second goal.
Yes.
Gakpo got what thought would be the winner, and then 30 seconds later.
Right. Oh, that's right. It was the one.
Perhaps the goal of the season from some dude named Paul Reed or whatever. I think it's his third goal of his career.
That was one of those ones where we got the lead in like 89th minute or so, whatever it was, and we were like, oh, okay, like
later than that.
Yeah, 90, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, I've got the game tracker on. I wasn't actually watching it at that point. And you know, if I wasn't busy, I guess
I know when we're on a bet.
Yeah.
And the group chat, like I get a text and I see it's from the group, and it's like that stage of the game. It's never good.
No, it's never good.
There's not a chance that something happened in our favor. So, I mean, I knew what was happening before I even opened up the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, even today with the Spurs one, I had like the score tracker on my home screen as I was driving, and every once in a while you get to red light, you just kind of glance down at it, and then you see that 2 change to a 3 for Bournemouth, and you're just like, what the fuck? Because like the last red light I checked, I saw the momentum graph was all blue for Spurs, and then there it was. So yeah. So Liverpool anyway. Side note with that story is
our
that
loss as well. That's
tough task now, right? Going to Arsenal, coming off that draw, probably hurt the not the egos, but the confidence a bit, right? Giving up that late goal. And then you got an Arsenal side that has won 7 straight. Now Liverpool hasn't lost in 9, but
a whole lot of draws to shitty teams.
They haven't been convincing 9 straight unbeaten.
No, they've been bad. I mean, they've been bad for about 9 months. Even in the beginning of the season where they were kind of squeaking out some of those, late winners to make their record look pretty good. They've been bad. The style of play is like horrible to watch. Like I don't enjoy watching Liverpool games. I don't think neutrals enjoy watching Liverpool games right now. The intensity is non-existent. The pace is sluggish at best. And they're not a hard team to play against anymore. Like that was always the staple of Klopp's Liverpool sides. It's like you didn't want to have to play them, even if they weren't playing their A or B lineup. Even if you had a C lineup of Liverpool players, they were going to play with an intensity and the press was going to come at you and be an aggressive, press. Now it's like you don't really have to do much to defend them. You can kind of just sit 7-8 players in the box or around the edge of the box and let Liverpool pass it around until they maybe try something, but they'll pass it straight into the teeth of the defense. And then you got a quick counter. So it's really been a tough almost season and a half at this point for Liverpool. And I don't see it changing anytime soon. I mean, the reverse fixture was what I thought was gonna be a big win for Liverpool when they beat Arsenal off of a Szoboszlai free kick from like 37 yards out. But that was also a snooze fest. It was 0-0 up until like the 78th minute, whenever that free kick happened. So I don't have high hopes for this one as a Liverpool fan. I don't have high hopes for this one as like a potential neutral that's hoping for goals. It's been Arsenal's calling card all season long, their defense. And I think I saw a stat today that Saliba and Gabriel, when they play together, Arsenal are scoring about 2.33 points per game. Not like scoring, but like they're getting 2.33 points per match. Yep. So it does not bode well for Liverpool in either way. So it's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, Arsenal -1, that's the perfect line because I don't see a way that Arsenal don't win this. The question is, are they going to kind of smoke Liverpool? And I could honestly see it. I think their forwards are actually pretty healthy now. With how this Liverpool defense and midfield have been, exposed on counters, I can see Saka and even fucking Gyökeres kind of cutting through this team. I think Declan Rice is going to have a field day in the midfield. So not a good one for Liverpool fans to watch tomorrow.
No, it's not a great matchup in terms of timing. But I have to make a case for the other way around. And let me first, I mean, Scott, I'll give you full credit, as I think you were earlier than most. I mean, I think outside of Arsenal fans, I think you recognized either A, how good this Arsenal team actually is, or B, how bad the rest of the league is. And I think that's where we are, right? You've been saying it for a couple weeks now. And a win in this game for Arsenal, I think probably seals the league for them, right?
Yep.
Let's just call it what it is. You're talking about a Man City team who's their biggest threat, who's coming off of 3 straight draws, 3 straight probably disappointing draws.
Are playing academy center backs because their center backs are all hurt.
Yeah, you got a Villa team who couldn't take advantage 2 out of the last 3 weeks, right? Coming off of an Arsenal win, right? And since that game, I don't know. So it's tough, and everything you're saying is correct. I don't think the matchups, I don't think the style of play, anything really favors Liverpool at the moment. But to be devil's advocate and to root for it, because I don't want the league to go into complete shambles. Liverpool have to leave everything out there, right? Whether they can, whether they will, they have no choice but to go all out in this game. I think the league is out of reach, obviously, but top 4 doesn't look like the certainty.
They're still very much in control of top 4. Really,
they're in control of it, but they're 2 points, 1 point ahead of 5 teams.
Yeah.
So you start dropping points here and there, and I don't know. You get a result like Newcastle today, who had no business beating Leeds. Scores 2 goals in the 92nd plus. All of a sudden, they're on 3 straight wins. Do they go on a run? I'm just making a case. So what I'm trying to say, the numbers make sense. The line makes sense. I see why Arsenal's a massive favorite. I don't know that I've ever seen plus 500 on Liverpool, at least not since we started this show, right? Like in the three years that we've been doing this, I've never seen a plus 500 on Liverpool. And they've been scoring a lot more. Right, they've scored 2 goals in 6 out of their last 9 games, or 2 plus. I think only shut out once in 10 was that 0-0 game against Leeds, where it was like the first game after New Year's, and it was like snowing or whatever the fuck. So I think Liverpool get on the score sheet in this one. I think they give Arsenal something of a game. I don't think it's going to be like that 4-1, shit result that we had with Villa. Minus 125, both teams to score looks really good to me. Can Liverpool cover a spread? I don't know. But I've also taken I faded Arsenal on the team total. So Liverpool to score 2 is plus 275. I am not saying that hits, but I don't know. Like every time it's around plus 300, I'm pretty much going to take it, because Arsenal cannot stay invincible forever, and Liverpool have to go out and like get something from this game. I don't know. They have to. Like maybe I'm rooting for it. I'm not saying
you can say you're rooting for it. That's fair.
I'm rooting for it. I'm not.
Well, I mean, to support the both teams to score. Arsenal has no clean sheet in their last 4, right? Yeah, so that would be.
I think it's both teams to score.
And Arsenal, head to head, hasn't kept a clean sheet against Liverpool in 10 straight, which is an interesting stat. Both teams scored in 6 out of 8. One of the rare ones was the reverse fixture. So maybe both teams to score. If you're looking for a bet that has historically in this matchup,
can I do the wet blanket on both teams to score?
Sure.
I don't know who Liverpool don't have any healthy forwards. Ekitike may or may not play. He wasn't available this weekend. I don't think he's going to be available for most of the game. They have Gakpo, I guess. You can have Cody Gakpo.
So
they're going to play about 5 midfielders.
The least deserved goal in the history of ever this past week. Like I almost wish that ball fell to anybody else.
Yeah.
So that Gakpo wouldn't get.
Chiesa still can't. Yeah. Chiesa must have done something horrible to Slot, because he can't even get game time when there's virtually 0 healthy forwards.
And even so, listen, I like the guy. He's not a difference maker at this stage of his career or on the team. Like even if he was healthy,
it's a forward, man. He's a warm body. He's healthy as far as I can tell. He's available. He knows how to play forward in some capacity. There's 3 open forward spots in this lineup. Yeah, I just
right. Starting 3 slow midfielders is not the answer. No, I agree.
You're gonna have Szoboszlai probably playing in some sort of advanced position. Florian Wirtz will probably be playing as like a false 9-ish. / maybe he plays as a 10, and they put Gakpo as a true striker. I don't know, but there's not a lot of offensive firepower coming from this Liverpool team. So I don't know. This, like I said, I think when I looked at it last weekend after the Fulham game, I think I told you guys like a team total for Liverpool under half a goal was like plus 130. I was like, just lock that in.
You did,
because they were not scoring in the opening fixture, the reverse fixture at the beginning of the season, without that Szoboszlai miracle free kick. And that was with full health. So
again, trust the odds. The odds never lie, or the odds rarely lie. But I'm just such a sucker, like because an over 2.5. Not saying that hits, but an over 2.5 of both teams to score in this head-to-head fixture, like those are never, ever, ever playable. Now, they're probably not playable for every reason that Scott just said, and sportsbooks understand that. But like, I know that I'm gonna get suckered into it. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really have a strong play in this game because I think everything you're saying is correct, Scotty. I think these Arsenal players the lines are super juiced. I mean, like, I don't know. There's really not much else to do unless anybody believes in Liverpool. Like Coach said, there's a ton of money to be made if you think they can do something. But
yeah, please don't believe in Liverpool.
Tough
not with your money, anyways. Believe it with your heart, not with your money.
All right. So let's jump over to the big match on the weekend, which is actually in Serie A. There's no Premier League fixtures this weekend. We'll get into some EFL Cup picks later on. But it is Napoli and Inter, and today Napoli really let us down.
Fucking jerks.
We parlayed the two of them thinking, like, perfect spot. They're both playing not good teams, right? Inter was at Parma. Napoli was hosting Hellas, and Napoli completely bottled that one. They ended up drawing 2-2 in the end, but they went down 2-0 awfully quick, and set themselves up for a very disappointing result. Has to have dented their confidence just a bit. I mean, not winning against a team like that is not good.
How bad is Hellas, you ask? Even with this point against Napoli, they still fell below Fiorentina, who didn't have a win until like January 1st.
Yeah.
So that's how bad Hellas is, to put it into perspective. This is a fucking atrocious result for Napoli. I don't give a shit who's hurt, who's not.
No, there's no sugarcoating this one.
Like, I don't know. You've heard me say it a billion times. Antonio Conte is the most overrated coach in the history of coaches.
He just hates the month of January. He hates the month of January. He's allergic to it.
Rough fucking start for him.
Yeah.
So sorry, Coach. I interrupted.
No, that's all right. Yeah, no, it was an atrocious rule.
And if Hellas, if they're going to get relegated, I'm going to be devastated. Who the fuck are we going to fade all season long?
I'm sure we'll find someone next year. But in this one, it's at the San Siro. Inter -140 in the money line. Draw line +240. Napoli +360. The over is set at 2.5 at -105. The under -130. Napoli on the draw no bet is +250. On the double chance, they are even money. The both teams to score is currently set at -120 for the yes, -110 for the no. So the book's kind of like
-105 for me.
Evenly there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think Inter deserving favorites, especially after what happened today, being at home. Winners of 3 straight. Now, Napoli hasn't lost in 5. Yeah. But of course, just like with Liverpool being unbeaten in a certain stretch, it is not always a positive if the draws are not coming against the best quality of competition. So, Nick, what are you thinking here?
Yeah. I mean, my thoughts on the league is Inter probably the number one overperforming team, I would say, and that's solely based on who I viewed Christian Kivu as a coach, right? Like, this is a guy with literally no experience. He walks in and he's only lost 4 times in 18 matches. I mean,
no draws, four draws, 4 losses.
So that's pretty incredible. You're doing that with, Lautaro, who's maybe kind of picked it up as late, but really, him and didn't really do anything the first few months of the year. You didn't turn over the squad, which is for most people a positive, but for this Inter team, you got older, right? Like, every one of their midfielders got another year older. Midfielders who play a lot of minutes, who run a lot. I didn't think it was going to be the recipe for success. So I have to give Inter a lot of credit. Tough time for Napoli to face them. I think it's for recency bias for what we watched today. It doesn't look good for Napoli, but for the form that Inter's been on and the season that they've had so far, the fact that they're at home, if Inter win this game, I'm ready to call Serie A theirs to lose. And that's a crazy thing to say halfway through the season where it's still close, right? It's not like they've pulled away from anybody, right? If Milan win their game in hand, they're only a point back, right? And sadly, Juve is in the mix. Roma is miraculously not that far off. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion by any stretch, but this is the statement win that Inter haven't gotten yet this year. If they can get it, I'll really start to believe in their actual chances to win the league.
Yeah, and I think what it comes down to too is they're scoring way more than everybody, and they have one of the stingiest defenses in the league, right? 40 goals scored. The next closest side, I'm scrolling down this list, are the two second place sides, second and third place, which are Napoli and Milan at 28. So 12 more goals scored than the next best team it's a big gap. And their defense is the third best in the league, or third fewest goals allowed. I think it'd be joint fourth because Como and Roma lead the league with 12 conceded, and then it's Milan with 13. And there you go with Inter and Napoli at 15. So these teams have similar defenses, but when you score an extra 12 goals, that's going to make a big difference in the long run. The result today showed that Napoli has some vulnerabilities, and they've been an under team in their streak of like playing well heading into today. Like heading into today, part of the reason why we felt good about going with that parlaying two teams at minus 125, which isn't like a great number for a parlay, but we felt like it was safe because they hadn't given up a goal in 4 straight, right? 2-0 win over Milan in the Supercoppa, then won the Supercoppa final 2-0 over Bologna, 2-0 over Cremonese, 2-0 over Lazio on the weekend at the Olimpico. And then today they kind of just fell apart on them. Now, do they bounce back?
Still scored 2. So basically what you're telling me is Napoli to score 2 is the play in every single game. And that is actually plus 300 if you believe they can do it. And what I'll say is, I mean, they will need 2 goals to win this game. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, I don't think they're clean sheeting Inter.
So I think if you want to believe in Napoli, I mean, a team total looks really good. I think you can get +1 at, it's on the edge. But I think, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's an over in this game. Over 2.5 is plus 105. I just kind of think that's what we see. Not like you said, Napoli's been scoring. Inter certainly has been scoring. I think it's a 2-1 game, one way or the other. I mean, I think Inter are the deserved favorites. They probably have the edge for me at home. I don't think I would play them at minus 135, but I wouldn't be upset at anybody if they did.
Yeah, I mean, I like Inter at home here. I think the result today certainly pushed me to that direction. Depending on what number you can get right now on DraftKings are minus 140, I believe I said. I kind of like, be a little bit closer, maybe 135, 130 to even money. But I think that is the play right now is Inter at home. I could see goals. Yeah. I could see 2 for, I don't know. What is Inter's team total?
Minus 110.
See
I
that?
mean, I almost like that better than
I almost like that better than the money line because I could definitely see them getting 2. They've been scoring. I mean, Atalanta held them to 1, but that was like a match where they should have had way more than 1 goal. I remember we were getting very frustrated with that one because I think we had the over in that match. Actually, we had over 2.5 a couple weekends ago.
Yep.
And it was like, they just missed a chance. They did just miss a chance, and it's like they should have had more. And I feel like that carries over. They've been playing well. They're at home. They'll have the crowd. Napoli, if they concede early, might be a little rattled after what happened today. Definitely. So I think my best bet here is going to be the Inter Milan team total over 1.5 minus 120.
Yeah, I dig that. Minus 110, guys, if you can get it on Hard Rock. I think it's over. Over 2.5 is plus 105. I like that on its own as well. Scotty, can I interest you in your boy Hakan Çalhanoğlu shot at plus 145? Shot
you can. Target. You can also interest me. Well, you guys can correct me because I don't know how much he's been playing, but Højlund minus 125 shot on target.
He's starting forward, yeah.
Minus 125. That feels very crazy.
That's the next one I was going to throw out.
Okay. Really, I saw that and I was like, that seems like a no-brainer. But then I was like, maybe he's been coming in and out. So
no, he's been starting.
Yeah,
he's scoring.
I would absolutely take both of those. No, like now.
Yeah, those are the 2 I really like. I was trying to look at something else, but I mean, no. Neres assist at plus 450. If you think Napoli score, if he's starting, I mean, he's been a lot of their offense, but that's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know if I would venture out that far, but I think those 2 shot on target props are solid. Hakan takes a lot of free kicks, possible penalties, things like that, and he'll let it go from midfield. And Højlund, like you said, minus 125 for the starting striker, who
it's crazy.
Should at least get a look, right? I mean, it's gonna be hard for them to score. Probably not gonna get as many chances. They probably see a bit of possession in this one, but you think taking a striker at minus 125, someone who's been scoring, putting the ball on net.
So, Coach, you like the team total? Do you like Inter to score in the first half?
I mean,
minus
I don't
130.
know because like the way he went against Atalanta, do we get another situation like that where it takes them a while to break them down? I mean, I think Conte is going to try to stay compact here, right? I don't think he's going to let Napoli get too aggressive.
Also, I heard today, can you confirm for me or somebody in the chat? I heard Napoli has a transfer ban for the winter.
Oh, do they?
Like basically what Lazio had in the summer, Napoli have it for the winter.
Let's see.
So, I mean, that
could be a fake news just to make sure Conte doesn't complain about the lack of transfers in January.
Or give him a reason to leave.
Well, his results are doing that for him right now.
Yeah.
So.
None of these are recent.
Okay.
I see Napoli interested in Chiesa, so I guess maybe there's
I thought he was going back to Juve, wasn't it? Like,
yeah. I don't know.
Confirmed.
Interested. You could be interested in Sydney Sweeney too, right? But it doesn't mean she's like coming to your house. So, so yeah, I mean they're interested. I mean, Roma's interested in a lot of players from what I read every day. So
yeah, what happened? I thought you were getting Raspadori, but he wants like $5 million a year or some shit like that.
I don't want to pay him.
Yeah, okay, dude. Guy sits the bench at Atleti. No, that's where I'm at, guys. I don't know that I have too much to add. I think Inter deserved favorites. I think their team total looks good. I think goals look good. And if they win, man, that's a tough one for everybody else. It's a statement win for either team. I mean, I think, and if you're, what's the draw sitting at? Plus 260. That's gross. Never mind.
All right.
I don't know.
All right, let's run through the rest of the Serie A weekend, any best bets that we have, and then we can swing around Europe. So, interesting one to open the weekend on Saturday. It's Como hosting Bologna. Nick, Bologna, another loss today. I think you got to kind of like Como at home here at minus 115. They're playing well.
Do I personally like them? No, but yes, they've been hot, and they've been very, very, very good to bet
Consistent
on. So
too, yeah.
I think people have been very spot on with how good they are. I'm unfortunate to be on the wrong side of that, but they're every week they start guys I've never seen before, never heard of before, and it doesn't seem
cashed our play of the day yesterday by 11 a.m. We cashed. So
yeah, can't get too mad at that. And Bologna in free fall. I don't listen. I never really rated Italiano as a manager. He had a good year last year, but now they went from 4th to 8th in the matter of 3 weeks. They haven't won in about 7 games, I think, or something like that.
It's
last I checked,
getting long. Yeah, I'll confirm, but it's got to be close to that.
So what? I don't know what would lead me to believe in this Bologna team at this point. I saw Orsolini got subbed at half today, which didn't make sense because he was their best player in the first half. So I don't know. I think Como money line, if you want to get involved in this game, is probably the play. I don't really have too much else for it.
So no wins in 4 for Bologna overall because they did win that one match in the Supercoppa. But if you go back in the league, you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta get more down the list. It's not showing me the whole schedule. I gotta click on them. But yeah, they've gone a while without a league win. Yeah. We'll say.
Yeah, I mean you're getting plus 300 on Bologna's first player to score a goal, right? So Orsolini plus 300, Castro plus 325, Ciro Immobile plus 350, Delingo, who's been starting the last couple games for whatever reasons, plus 425. So like books are not believers in Bologna in this game.
Yeah, and normally Bologna is a side I would not bet against, but I think here Como, one of our best bets for the weekend, it's got to be minus 115 at home. Yeah, only loss recently, I think, was the Roma match. Other than that, they've been very hard to beat, and their 2 recent losses, Roma and Inter. Other than that, they've been really good, and they've been really
and they very quietly have the joint best defense in the league with Roma.
Yeah.
So they win their games without conceding.
Yeah, which is important. Let's see what else we got here. Saturday, running down quick. Udinese hosting Pisa, minus 110 Udinese. That's enticing. I know they're not consistent.
But your boy Zaniolo's been fucking cooking.
He's been good, and he's had a couple called off by VAR too, so he could have even more. Like he's having a really nice bounce back year. He's definitely giving Gattuso something to think about when you think about Italy's goal
How
scoring trouble.
bad the fucking wingers are? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So no wins for Pisa in 8. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 8. Udinese also has kept a clean sheet in 4, but they did get the win today 2-1 against Torino. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Pisa's real. Like, they're not good. We know they're not good.
Yeah, so I mean, let's look at it. Udinese have played 19 games. There have been 50 goals in those 19 games. Pisa 42 goals in those 19 games. So like, if we think Pisa could get on the score sheet in this one, like, Udinese are not bulletproof. I don't know.
Is it Udinese team total to play here?
It might be.
Do we protect ourselves there, right? Because
maybe like the first time in recorded history,
plus 115
has suggested Udinese to score.
I can't.
Scotty's like, these guys are. This, if you're new to the show, this is how we reach when we don't have fucking a full slate of EPL and.
Yeah, but I'm honestly like considering it because playing Pisa, I think 2 goals is certainly doable.
Yeah,
what if Como did it finishing with like 4 yesterday, right? They ended up putting popping a 4th one in or something.
Let's see. Udinese have scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of their last 8 games. Udinese have scored a goal. I mean, they even scored that game when they had the red card to Fiorentina. I don't know, man. They're so hot and cold. This is it's kind of a crazy thing to suggest, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, we won't call it a lock, but I definitely think it's something to keep in mind as a possible play.
Yeah. Pisa stink. I mean,
that's what it comes down to. That's why I trust the 2 goals as Pisa stinks.
We're gonna put a bow on it. You're giving me a team. They're at home.
They're at home.
Team at home, facing the last place team in the league at minus 110. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't need to really know much else. I'm trying to put emotion and logic into what I think about Udinese, but that really doesn't matter. It's a team that has 7 wins. It's a team that scores every single game, and they're playing the last place team. So Udinese is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Scotty can't wait to come back to this.
He's going to say, clip that,
clip that.
Mark it for next week. We'll be back to revisit this when Pisa wins 1-0 or something. Yeah. But no, I do like the number of Udinese, and I don't think he's very good. No, other matches on Saturday: Roma, Sassuolo, Atalanta, Torino. The money lines for the favorites are a little too juiced to play. Anything you like there, or do we move to Sunday?
How much do you believe in Roma really is the question, because the over 2.5 goals is in the game is even money. I thought that was interesting as Sassuolo.
It's interesting because if Sassuolo doesn't score, because Roma's defense has been their strength. I don't know if Roma scores 3 on them.
And that's what I was going to ask. I mean, if do we like Sassuolo to get on the score sheet? I mean, if we do, even both teams to score, you could play as plus 105. But that was my only thought in that game. Otherwise, I'm really not touching it. I think Roma are a deserved favorite, but they're unplayable.
Yeah, I think at that number, minus 200, unplayable. Not sure. Their goal scoring is inconsistent. Their defense is good, but they're still without Indigo.
Bro, who the fuck did they start this past with the midweek?
Like, they played Zolkowski, Gilardi, and I think Salik ended up dropping back into a third center back role, and they kept a clean sheet. So they can do it. I mean, who were they playing? I can't remember. Lecce, the one guy scuffed a shot really bad. Should have been a goal. But, I mean, overall, they played well, considering Mancini and Hermoso were suspended and Dika's still at AFCON. So,
and we're all looking we're looking at a Sassuolo team with another team that doesn't have a win in like 2 months. So, I don't know. I was trying to talk myself into it, but it's likely just a full pass for me in this game.
Yeah. All right. Atalanta Torino, again, that's another money line that's juiced, and they don't really score enough to say go over 2.5, I don't think. Lecce Parma early Sunday match.
You ready for it?
You can take Lecce.
No, both teams to score. Over 2.5 is plus 155
on Lecce Parma.
I feel like Lecce matches don't really go.
This is a both team. Well, no. Coach, our theory is both teams stink. There'll be lots of goals.
We're talking about the 15th and 16th place team.
Well, I'll give you this: Lecce under 2.5 and 4 to 5. Parma and 5 to 5.
Parma does stink, man.
Parma stinks.
Score. Yeah.
Parma versus Pisa might be one of the worst games.
First fixture back in October was a 1-0 for Lecce in Parma.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I don't buy goals in this one.
No, they're really not truly relegation teams. They're still a
Yeah,
little above
and I just feel Lecce almost every time I look at their score line, it's 2 or less. I mean, very rarely, like Como beat them 3-0 a couple weeks ago, but other than that, most matches are 3 or less for them.
No.
2 or less rather. So yeah, I would stay away from the over there. There's a reason why it's such a big plus money number.
Trust the odds.
Now, saying that, it'll probably hit, but I wouldn't trust my money on it.
I don't know. No, we're not.
Interesting one Sunday morning. Fiorentina hosting Milan. Fiorentina starting to pick it up just a little bit. They've got 4 points in their last couple, right?
It's probably as many they've gotten first 3 months of the season.
We still have to see what Milan does tomorrow, right? They're playing the Thursday match, but they're even money at Fiorentina. Do you buy them, Nick, going to Florence against a Fiorentina side that's playing slightly better than they were? I mean, better considering they hadn't won a match.
Slightly better. So let's really truly look into what slightly better means for Fiorentina. They beat Udinese in that game 5-1, their first win. Udinese had a red card in like the 5th minute. I don't know. Let me get my facts straight. I'm sorry, I shouldn't put it out.
And didn't it take till like the 95th minute or something to win that match? Was that
they won 5? They scored 5 goals.
That was the other match that they won. Yeah.
So they were up a man for 83 minutes, excuse me. So that was their first win. They then turn around the following week and lose 1-0 to Parma, who is fucking awful.
Yeah.
They beat Cremonese 1-0 with a 90 something minute goal,
out that live
right?
bet. Yeah.
And then today, a game that I said on this podcast months ago, that I've been saying in the group chat, that I say to anybody who wants to listen, that there's no way that Lazio were beating Fiorentina. Lazio needed a 95th minute penalty from Pedro to tie that game 2-2. But Fiorentina also had it, like, didn't have a single shot until like the 60th minute. I think they scored on their only 2 shots on goal. So have they turned it around? Like, what leads me to believe that we should not hammer Milan in this game? I want somebody, I know we have Milan fans in the chat. Somebody explain to me why we just shouldn't put it all on Milan in this game. We shouldn't go on Milan team total in this game. Because if you're fighting for the league, which they are, and you're going to drop fucking points to this Fiorentina team, I don't know. I just don't see it happening, especially, I don't know, especially the way they've been playing lately when they've been scoring some goals. So
yeah, I think unless Milan lay an egg tomorrow on Thursday in their midweek match, I think Milan at even money is a really good number, and I think team total, like you said, is also in play. I think this could be one of the best Serie A bets of the weekend, as long as they show up tomorrow. And plus,
both teams to score minus 130. Both teams to score has hit 5 in the last 6 in this fixture.
Okay,
it's not as good as plus 100 Milan to win, but it's there.
And I think what it comes down to too, like you said, Nick, like they're chasing Inter, right? They're one behind Inter, and Inter plays after them. They know if they win this match and Inter drops points, they're top of the table.
But this is 100% the game that Milan have lost or have like drawn or lost every single game.
Yeah.
This year. So like of their 6 non-positive results, they've all been in like situations like this. But I really just don't see Fiorentina doing anything meaningful. They've like, forget about the result. The results speak for themselves, right? This is a team with 2 wins out of 19 games. They have 10 losses. They're not really scoring. They've looked as bad as their results are. Like that. That's really where I get into it, right? Like,
it's not bad luck when you've only won 2 out of 19, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I think Milan is too good. Max is going to have a game plan for it, and to me, it doesn't even really matter what Milan do tomorrow. I think if the result doesn't go their way, Fiorentina is the perfect antidote to bounce back.
Okay, couple others to run through quick. If you like anything, Verona hosting Lazio plus 120 in the money line. I know you don't trust Lazio, but I mean, is Verona going to do it 2 matches in a row?
I don't know. Is Lazio going to do it 2 matches?
Yeah. No. All right. So pass. Genoa hosting.
Lazio is winless in 4, by the way, and they sold. I mean,
Tati, big guy.
In case anybody noticed, it took West Ham fans exactly 90 minutes to fucking hate this guy. So welcome to the club, boys. If you're a West Ham fan,
there you go.
You know they sold their starting forward for whatever that's worth. Haven't brought anybody in, and they already don't score. So, what the fuck leads me to believe they haven't won a game in 5? I don't know. Why am I going to trust them?
Yeah, no, I don't think you can trust them.
But I know coach is going to try to talk somebody into Genoa at home.
No, I can't do it. I
No.
love my boy Rossi. I hope he continues to get results and keeps them up and has a job next year because I do want him to do well. But
Honestly,
I can't talk anybody to
gun
do
to my
well.
head, that game feels like a draw. Plus
It
185
does-
is pretty
it does feel
fucking
like a
low
draw.
for a draw line, but I think it's just because that game reeks of draw.
I'll tell you one. I don't love it, but I think it's worth a look because they've been really fucking good, and I hate it. And also Cremonese, like the magic ran out 2 months ago. Juve to score 3 is plus 125. I don't really hate that.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I wish it was like, plus 170, plus 180, but
Don't we all?
yeah. Just saying.
All right. So that's it for Serie A this weekend. We can do a quick FA Cup run through. And then we could look to see if there's anything we like anywhere else in Europe. So obviously a long list of FA Cup matches. We're not going to go through all of them. I know you guys were looking through earlier. What did you notice?
Just before you even get into it, just the first game that jumped off it, because this is not a game I have any strong opinion on. I want Scotty to see what you think. Wrexham or plus 325 against Nottingham Forest. Dude, Forest stink, and Wrexham have been pretty good. Like documentary aside, Wrexham's been pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Can they keep it close?
For sure. Wrexham, I think, has been always been at least in the last 2 or 3 years, like a very good value play in the FA Cup. They usually get you 1 or 2 good.
2 seasons ago, I remember one.
Yeah, we usually get 1 or 2 good results from them where you can make a nice plus number.
Yeah,
that's a good matchup for them because Forest are not doing much this season.
Now, obviously, they're at the championship level, but 4 straight wins for Wrexham coming into this one.
Yeah.
Both teams have been over teams. Does that translate to a cup match against a Premier League club? It could. But yeah, it's interesting to think, can they keep it close? I think
Wrexham
here.
plus 1, man, is kind of staring at me. But yeah, I think there's just generally speaking, before I know Scotty had circled a couple games, these are games like a lot of overs coming in. If you can get 2.5, if you can bet live goals, if you can just kind of see what the momentum looks like you're going to see chaos in this short match week here.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you have a team like Wrexham plus 290, a championship club, that's not a huge number for them against a Premier League side, which kind of speaks to Forest struggles a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
There are some head-to-heads of Premier League clubs like Everton, Sunderland, Newcastle, Bournemouth is another one, Villa and Spurs.
Yep.
2 teams coming off disappointing results. That to me screams over. I didn't look at the number yet, but Spurs Villa kind of screams over, right?
You would think. Honestly, Villa team total over 1.5 is plus 125. I think that would be where I would go.
That might
Spurs,
be after what Spurs did to us today.
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. Don't forget Villa did something.
I was going to say what Villa also did to us, not putting up a goal, but I think there's goals in that one. And the over is minus 120. I think I just saw it. There's somewhere around there. So,
yeah, I think I'm happy taking a Villa over 1.5 team total in this. I think they're going to bounce back. Look, we talk about Crystal Palace a lot. It's a tough place to play. So getting shut out there, 0-0 draw, really on the day, it's not a terrible result. Like City over the recent years would be happy with that result. So I'm not going to hold it against Villa. I think they rebound pretty well here. So that's probably my pick. Going back to Everton's Sunderland, did you mention that one, Coach?
Yeah,
you went through a couple.
Yeah,
both teams have been struggling lately, right? Like Sunderland, obviously, were a little bit of darlings to begin the season. Lost 7 guys to AFCON, and so their form has dropped significantly. Got smoked by Brentford today.
Yeah, there was a missed PK when they were down 1-0. If they missed a PK, that maybe could have changed the trajectory of that one a little bit.
Sunderland to advance at plus 120 in this, I don't mind, because I don't believe in this Everton team right now. I don't see them getting.
Don't forget who liked Wolves today to cover the spread.
Yeah, and it's like, do we think Everton are going to have like this, decent finish to the season? Like, no, I don't think so. I don't see them making like a deep FA Cup run. But Sunderland, I could see them kind of sneaking through this, getting their squad back, and then maybe doing a little bit of a run to kind of salvage the season, because they're sitting now down in 10th after being in 4th place as recently as like beginning of December. So I like Sunderland to advance at plus 120. I think there's a lot at stake for them. I think they can, like I said, somewhat salvage their season by just getting through this game against an Everton team who have really been lackluster at best over the last 6-7 weeks.
Yeah. I don't disagree. I think Sunderland's got this is the kind of game that I feel like they've built towards it, right? Like it's not going to be the flashiest result in terms of like teams they're playing against, but it's like, oh shit, FA Cup game against another Premier League team that we could win. Yeah. I think they've like, you don't get anything for your past performances, but they've kind of earned the right to come in and, you know, like win this game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about
we can
United Brighton game?
United Brighton. Well, before we get to that, because you also said Newcastle Bournemouth. So
yes.
Before we skip over that one, I like both teams to score over 2.5. Bournemouth showed that they can score even if Semenyo's not going to be there. I don't think at this point. Like hopefully he's not. It's -120. Newcastle are going to be at home. They're going to be fired up. Bournemouth's defense we saw get exploited by Spurs 7-8 different times today, and you know I think Newcastle are a better team than Spurs. So I like both teams to score over 2.5 in this one. I think this is probably going to be the most fun FA Cup game probably of the weekend, unless there's like another great, you know, upset underdog story in there. But yeah, that's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, I like that. I do see goals in that one. Newcastle matches lately have had goals, and they haven't really kept clean sheets. So you definitely see that one.
Nick, we have breaking news.
Go.
I just threw it up.
No way.
I'll tell you this, Saudi.
No way. Oh, get that bag, young man. Follow to the MLS. It's just never going to happen for me.
Not going to happen.
Got another 2 years at least.
Does the contract come with any wives?
Several.
John, you can tell me which team he's going to, but I'll just confuse it with the other team that sounds exactly the same.
It's got to be Al Hilal because they've been talking about throwing around a ton of money for Bruno Fernandes. So I'd be stumped.
Oh, man. Another league. I'm going to have to start betting.
All right.
How do you feel about Coventry away to Stoke? Coventry, I mean, I don't know how close these guys have followed, but they're first place in the championship. They've been really fucking good.
Playing away at Stoke in January is a fate I'd wish on nobody. One of the worst places to play. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. It's going to be miserable. Good luck. Yeah, that's I don't know. Sight and seen whatever the under is, I'll take the under 2.5, under 3, under 2, whatever that number is, I'll take it.
No, under 2.5 is -105.
There it is. I'm taking that. Yeah. Easy. That's 90 minutes too, right? Like I'm not going to get fucked if this. It's like that's making sure. Sometimes those things trick me. So.
Wait, so I don't have access to this, but I saw a couple people post on Twitter that there are like certain player prop markets in I think it was like AFCON was the bet I saw. Like the player props include it said it on the bet, like anytime assist including extra time, anytime goal including extra time. And that, like, I'd never seen that before.
Interesting.
So I don't know if you guys have, I mean, if you have the FA Cup or whatever, take a look. I mean, that's just interesting to me.
Yeah, because usually they cut you off at the 90, and then you get a situation like Salah scoring the other day in the 120th, and then you lose that bet.
Sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. The one it's the last one on the list because it's the Sunday later in the morning match. It's the United hosting Brighton. I mean, I know it's at Old Trafford, but Brighton +255, +155 to advance. Drono bet +180, and they just went and played City very tough, 2-2, and United just struggled with Burnley. So manager, turnover. They're talking about Old Gunner coming back to be the caretaker, right? I mean, I feel like this is a prime spot for Brighton to give them a run at least.
Plus half a goal is -115. It's well within playable territory.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I know the answer is probably no, but like at some point, this United team has to be like somewhat competent, right?
Some point.
Like they have decent enough players. Like the midfield is a problem. I get it. But like their attack is pretty good. I don't hate their defense as much as it's been kind of mediocre this season. At some point they're just going to have like a 4 to 6 week period where they're actually good.
I've really decided that we've hit the point, and I never thought we'd hit this point. We're overrating United because of how bad Chelsea and Newcastle and Tottenham and like
Liverpool,
we associate Liverpool to that extent. The teams that we associate around United are they're all so bad that United doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, United is exactly the same as the rest of those teams. They all stink.
And I saw an interesting tweet. I think it might have been Matt Santangelo, who's been on the show a few times, tweeted like, when Serie A is this tight from like 2 through 10, it's like, oh, Serie A stinks. But now that it's the Premier League, it's
wow, look at this title race. Look at this top 5.
Look at this top 4 race. Yeah. When really it's a lot of mediocrity after Arsenal, and then what you mentioned during the Arsenal preview, right? All right.
Hey, wait, here. I don't know who this team is that's playing Manchester City, but they are catching 3.5 goals on the spread. Can they cover?
I mean,
what's them to score? What's them over?
It's even money, which is insane. How are you telling me a team that is plus 3,000? How are they even money to score?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Damn, Exeter City. Yeah.
Shouldn't they be like plus 200 to score, plus 300 to score?
You would think, right?
That makes no fucking sense.
Bundesliga is back this weekend.
Oh, coach.
And there's a couple right away that jump out at me. I mean, obviously teams coming off a long holiday break, it's adds a little uncertainty to how things are going to go. But when I see Friday, I mean, Frankfurt's all right, but Dortmund plus 105 at Frankfurt, I mean, that's probably an overmatch based on how things have gone for Frankfurt. But I mean, good number on Dortmund. I'm kind of intrigued by it. But the one that really jumped out at me was Leipzig minus 120 at St. Pauli. Leipzig's been good this season. St.
Pauli been like, oh no, they're out of the relegations. Oh, I forgot. Only 2 teams get relegated. So the
only 2 teams get relegated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
because it's an 18-team league. Yeah, I think that's a play that jumps out at me.
What's
like I said,
total?
Team total on Leipzig
minus 125. I'll play that.
Let's see. Leipzig team total minus 125 right there on the dot. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah, that's definitely a play I would consider, and that's probably gonna be. I mean, I haven't looked through the whole Bundesliga list yet, but that was jumped out at me. It's the best bet in the Bundesliga this weekend. Freiburg hosting Hamburg. I don't know how many overs we're gonna get. They're just coming off a break, but Saturday afternoon that Leverkusen Stuttgart one's a good one. That could be.
Yeah, that's probably.
We still set at 3.5. It's set at 3.5. So I think you got to look at the over 3 market if you have the Asian lines, which is currently set at 3.25. 3 is minus 145. So books are leaning over. Probably goes over. This should be a fun match. But yeah, that Leipzig line that just jumped out at me right there.
Yeah. Let's see if this makes sense or if it doesn't. Both teams to score. Bayern Munich, Wolfsburg is minus 120. I think Wolfsburg score enough goals to get one against Bayern.
23 goals scored in 15. Not bad. For a team that's in the bottom half of the table, they are the best scoring team in the bottom half.
Right.
So could see it. Their defense is atrocious, but that just probably means they probably lose 3-1 rather than close. But
I'm reaching here. That's just the thought that I had when it popped up.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough when these teams are just coming back off of a holiday break, close to a month, 3 weeks or whatever it is. But I think when you have a team like Leipzig, who's sitting 4th in the table, playing a team like St. Pauli, who's in the relegation playoff spot in 16th, who's only scored 13 times all year, I think that's a play you have to take.
Man, just want to say it. We didn't discuss it, but we did discuss it. Arsenal's now minus 500 to win the league.
Yeah, it's largely over.
Yeah.
Liverpool's the last.
City's not going to be able to chase him down.
No, they're really not.
Villa like I said, Villa, you gotta be in it for a year or 2 before you can win it. This is probably their first year being in it, and Liverpool have got nothing.
No, I hate to agree, but I agree.
Yeah.
And like we said, with how bad everybody else is, who's going to trip up Arsenal to steal points off them? United, Chelsea, Spurs, right? Doesn't matter. The real question is, what's their max point total that they can get to right now? Because that's the sad one.
Don't say it.
Let's see. 20 matches in, they're at 48 points. So they got 18 games. 18 times 3 is 54. So they can still get to 100 points if they win out. Need them to drop a couple.
But Liverpool's going to score 2 this weekend, and they won't be able to win the least goals conceded ever title. So we have that.
I don't think that'll ever be taken away from Chelsea. That season was unbelievable.
Yeah. Hate to say it. All right, I got one for you guys. Juve to win the league plus 2,000. Sitting in fourth.
Nah, not buying it.
No, not buying that.
No,
They
they're
draw
not
too
gonna-
much.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't
They
want
do
you
have
to-
a play in Spain.
I don't want you to buy it. I'm just saying plus 2,000. You're telling me Inter's minus 200. I think that's just way too early to give Inter a negative number to win this league.
Yeah, I just don't think it's Juve that's going to have it.
No, but what are you going to do? Are you taking Milan at plus 350 or Napoli at plus 500?
No, I'm probably just not taking anything. But
okay, we can get Roma. We could double down plus 2,500.
I think that might be dead.
Evan Ferguson, Golden Boot, is back alive. He scored last game.
Let's see where he's at. Yeah. All right, so
probably a lot bigger than the 2,000 we got. The play in Spain I was looking at is, we did not do enough research on Real Sociedad last week. They had the new manager bounce with Pellegrino Matarazzo.
Yeah.
And ended up getting the best of our Atleti bet. They're at Getafe. They're only 3 points off Getafe. They're plus 150 on the money line. Getafe's plus 240. Tells me that.
No, you're nuts.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing that sucks is I was going to look at the draw no bet. It's minus 165. I don't know.
They're at Getafe?
Yeah. I don't know how there's such a big discrepancy between money line and draw no bet. Usually if you got a plus 150 team, I feel like you get draw no bet closer to like 120, 130 now.
How are fucker Getafe in 10th place? Dude, they don't score. They're like the most boring fucking team on the planet. Yeah. And they haven't won in a while. I forgot how mediocre they are. Holy shit. And you might be on something here, coach.
Yeah.
We do have to say, though, we shouted out Villarreal a couple weeks ago, and they went and promptly lost that game before we talked about them. But they bounced back last week.
Usually how it goes.
They bounced back last week. What do we get them at this week? Let's see.
Minus 200 hosting Alaves. So probably not a play you want to make.
All right. But what are they to score 2 goals? Because they average 2 goals a match.
I'm guessing probably close to that. Team props minus 165. Maybe a parlay piece if you like something else. Maybe you could parlay them with Sociedad draw no bet.
All right. The real question we have to get to the bottom is where did Balotelli go? So hold on, boys.
Al Efetake.
Oh,
Ettifaq.
Not even a good fucking Saudi team.
You want me to tell you who else on the roster?
Played?
Oh, like a year and a half. Oh, Dubai. It's not even the Saudi league. Is it?
No, Saudi Pro League. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's with Gini Wijnaldum, Moussa Dembele.
Oh,
Wijnaldum. He had a great Roma tenure.
That's all I recognize on this.
Benajan breaking his leg.
God, it's that whole.
Yeah, no, it's Gini and Moussa. Those are the only other 2 guys. I imagine he will walk into the starting 11.
14th transfer of his career to join club.
Nice.
Just 6 years old.
Nice.
Man, I have the saddest. So I search Balotelli in Twitter to see the news, and when you tweet about him, it pops up underneath. So my last tweet about Balo was 2024, and him and Orsolini scored in the same week. And I was like, oh, we're so back. It's not even funny. Little did I know that was the backest we would ever be.
All right. Oh man, I guess we ended there on that note. So we thank everybody for listening, and let us know if you've got any best bets that you like in the comments. We'll catch you guys next week. Of course, follow us on all of our social media at the bottom of the screen, and Twitter. We're dropping a play of the day every day. Looking to bounce back from today's losses with hopefully some winners tomorrow and into the weekend. So
we're due.
Yeah.
So due.
We'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for listening.
Appreciate it, guys.